Hello guys, and welcome to my lesson. Today we are going to learn about equations of straight lines. Question number 1. A straight line L1 whose equation is 9y minus 6x equals to negative 6 meets the x-axis at z. Determine the coordinate of z. Now at the x-axis, y is usually equal to 0. When we draw the Cartesian plane having the y-axis and the x-axis, the point of intersection of the two coordinates is usually 0. On the right hand side, we start with 1, 2, and so on. On the upper side, we write 1, 2, and so on. On the lower side becomes -1, and on the other side it becomes -1. So the point of intersection becomes 0, where the x-axis meets the y-axis. The point is 0. Now, the equation of the line L1 was 9y minus 6x equals to -6. So we replace the value of y with 0 to get the value of the x coordinate. 9, 0 minus 6x equals to -6. 9 multiplied by 0 is 0 minus 6x equals to -6. -6x equals to -6. To find the value of x, we divide both sides by -6. -6 will cancel out to have the value of x as +1. The value of y was already 0. Now we write the coordinate of z as 1 and 0. We start with the x coordinate followed by the y coordinate to get our answer. We got the second part of the question. A second line L2 is perpendicular to line 1 at z. Find the equation of L2 in the form of ax plus by equals to c, where a, b, and c are integers. And we know that for perpendicular lines, L1 is perpendicular to L2. The product of gradients of two perpendicular lines should always be equal to -1. So we write the equation of line 1 in the form of y equals to mx plus c to get the value of the gradient of line 1. The equation of L1 was 9y minus 6x equals to -6. 9y will be equal to, we take -6 to the other side of the equation, it will be +6x minus 6. Divide every number with +9. So we have y equals to 6/9 is 2/3x minus 2/3. The value of m here is now what we call the gradient. So the gradient of line 1 is 2/3. And when we take the product of the two gradients, 2/3 multiplied by the gradient of line 2 should give us -1. According to the rule for perpendicular lines, we multiply both sides by the reciprocal of the fraction to get the value of the second gradient. So L2 will be equal to -1 multiplied by 2/3. We get the answer as, multiply both sides by the reciprocal. So this one should be 3/2. value of the L2 will be negative 3 over 2. That is the gradient of the second line. To get the equation of the second line, we take the coordinate of point Z, since the line passes through Z, which is 1, 0. We take another arbitrary point xy, should give us the gradient of negative 3 over 2. We take, for you to get the value of the gradient, you usually take change in y coordinate, y minus 0, all over the change in the x coordinate, x minus 1, should give us negative 3 over 2. We cross multiply. This one becomes 2y minus 0 equals to negative 3 plus 3. We write the equation in the form of ax plus by equals to c. So we bring negative 3 to this side, and our answer will be positive 3x plus 2y equals to 3. And that is the equation of line 2. We go to the next part of the question. At that line L3 passes through the point 2 and 5 and is parallel to line 1. Find the equation of line 3 in the form of ax plus by equals to c, where a, b, and c are integers. For parallel lines, the gradient of parallel lines must be equal. So the gradient of line 1, which is parallel to line 3, the gradients should be equal. We already had the gradient of line 1 as 2 over 3. That means the gradient of the line 3 should also be 2 over 3. Having the gradient of the third line, we now find its equation using the point 2, 5 and another arbitrary point xy, and it should give us the gradient, which is 2 over 3. So for you to get the value of this gradient, we take the change in the y coordinate, y minus 5, all over the change in the x coordinate, x minus 2, should be equal to 2 over 3. We cross multiply to form the equation. So it will be 3 into bracket y minus 5. The other side will be having 2 into bracket x minus 2. We open our bracket. 3y minus 15 should be equal to 2x minus 4. We arrange the equation starting with x. We bring 2x on this side. It will be minus 2x minus 15. We take minus 15 to the other side. It will also be positive 15. This side will remain with 3y equals to negative 4 plus 15. Negative 2x plus 3y should be equal to minus 4 plus 15 is positive 11. We divide all the sides with negative 2. To remove the negative sign, you should just divide it with negative 1, negative 1, negative 1. And the answer we get should be 2x minus 3y should be equal to negative 11. So the equation for line 3 will be equal to 2x minus 3y equals to negative 11. That becomes your answer. The last part of the question, the coordinate of point R at which L2 and L3 intersect. Now, when two lines intersect, that means the value of the x and the y coordinates should be equal in the two lines. So we have to solve these two equations simultaneously to get the value of x and y, and that will become the coordinate of point R. So we write the equation for line 2, which was 3x plus 2y equals to 3. And the equation for line 3 was 2x minus 3y equals to negative 11. We solve the two equations simultaneously. You can use elimination method. Check the two coefficients of x, they are not equal, so we can interchange the two coordinates. We write 2 here and 3 here. 2 times 3 will be 6x plus 4y equals to 6. On the other equation, it will be 6x minus 9y equals to negative 33. Now, since the two coefficients for x are equal, subtract to eliminate x. 4y minus 9 will be equal to 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 is the same as 13y, which will be equal to 6 minus 33 will be equal to 6 plus 33, which will be the same as 39. Now 13y equals to 39. We divide both sides by the coefficient of y to get the value of y. 39 divided by 13, we get the value of y as 3. After getting the value of y, we substitute it in the first equation to get the value of x. So 3x plus 2, y is 3, should be equal to 3. 3x plus 2 times 3 is 6 equals to 3. We take positive 6 to the other side, so we have 3x equals to 3 minus 6. So 3x will be equal to negative 3. We divide both sides by 3 to get the value of x. So the value of x equals to negative 1. The coordinates of R will be equal to, we start with the x coordinate, which is negative 1, followed by the y coordinate, which is 3. And that becomes your final answer. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe. Thank you.